Mr. President, how soon do you want to see FEMA eliminated? And what's your message to the governors about how much more of an expense is going to fall to states?
Yeah, well, it's not going to be so much to states. We're going to give out less money. We're going to give it out directly. It'll be from the president's office. We'll have somebody here. Could be Homeland Security, but we're going to give it out through a method where it's given out. As an example, I just gave out $71 million to a certain state. They were looking to do about 120. They were very happy with the 71 million. We did a little cutting, and they were very happy with it. So we're going to do it much differently. We think after this, Kristi, I'd say after the hurricane season.
Yeah, because doing it before the hurricane season when FEMA is most needed is a bad idea. But thankfully, don't worry, everyone. This will be the last hurricane season. We'll be fine going forward. Yeah. And so the little state he's talking there is Missouri. They had requested, I guess, $120 million. Oh, but they were really happy that he gave them 55% of what they asked for. They were super happy about that. And I'm sure in particular, they were happy that they had to go begging directly to Donald Trump for this rather than dealing with a federal agency staffed by experts on disaster recovery. All of this is good for America. But the important point, and I can't stress how big of a story this should be, but isn't, they're ending FEMA. It's just not going to be a thing anymore. And so Kristi Noem, who again isn't qualified for the position, she's very clear about this. She said, you've been very clear that you want to see FEMA eliminated. She's talking to Trump as it exists today. So I'm preparing all these governors that they will have more control over the decisions on how they respond to their communities. And so that's true. It's like if you were to eliminate the fire department so that homeowners would have more control over how they put out the fires that are consuming their homes. It's just not going to be a thing the government does anymore. This government that says it alone can protect you is not going to protect you if there's an earthquake or tornadoes or hurricanes or fires or mudslides or droughts or winter storms or heat waves. All those things that previously you'd been able to count on the federal government, regardless of who was in the White House, to help you out, to make you whole. They're not going to be doing that anymore, and they're very clear about that. And to the limited extent that they do still give out aid, you're going to have to go begging hat in hand to Donald Trump, and God only knows what he's going to be asking you for when you're asking for that protection money. Michael, what do you think?
To me, this is again a jab at Gavin Newsom, who said that he doesn't need FEMA because California is rich enough to take care of themselves. So, sort of bring it in a bring it kind of way. He didn't mean it in that way. But this is a jab at him. Republican governors hate this. Republican states hate this. And this is a way for Donald Trump to put his name on a check again, which is a great idea with tax refunds. It's a stupid idea with FEMA. And Republicans should not let this fly. And I think that's going to be a big bone of contention in the Senate.
Yeah, I think, look, obviously California has fires and everything, but I feel like you run the numbers. This is way worse for red states than it is for blue states.
No, there's no question. Louisiana, Bill Cassidy is upset about it. Ron DeSantis is upset. Tom Tillis in North Carolina, where Hurricane Helene did so much damage. I mean, these are people that are being serious about not wanting to support it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be keeping an eye on this hurricane season, and then we'll just find out next time. We'll find out what happens to Florida or South Carolina or Louisiana. It's going to be exciting times for the red states.